Yo, legends! I've got a hand coming out of my head and like two little horns. Anyway, coming up in this video, I'm going to give one really valuable, life-changing, life-saving tip that really can remove anxiety, make the purity of yourself come in, self-reflection, you know, so many amazing things just with one really simple tool that has changed my life massively. You know, and yeah, anyway, apart from that, I'm going to go out and get in nature, hopefully some water, some birds, and I'm going to close my eyes and attach it to a 12-minute 55 nature video, and I'm going to call it Just Imagine, and whatever comes out of me, it's going to come out. Just imagine that with our minds, we created everything, all that is, all that was, all that ever will be. Unfortunately, we were deceived, and we're going out of that era now. We're coming into an era that is the most epic time in universal history, where our imagination is about to create absolutely everything. Your wildest fantasy, your most craziest of dream, your most eloquent memory of a vivid daydream where you've been lost in a pristine world of loving oneness, or just that feeling of something else. There's more to life, there's more to this, we're here for a reason. This isn't life, you know. There's going to be a day very soon where all darkness fades, depression evaporates, anxiety disintegrates. It's going to be pushed up by the tribe of the rainbow in rainbow dances orchestrated all over the world. Dark, stagnant energies are going to be released up into the atmosphere, to source, to the sun, and it's going to just be gone. Nobody knows what it's like to actually have a consistent feeling of having no lower vibrations of anything, even in the slightest. No jealousy, no blame, no shame, no stress, no guilt, no misfortune, no being unlucky, none of that. It's just like an effortless flow of water, as all of the dark, stagnant energy is just going to be released, and it's just going to be like a flow of water just falling off the side of a cliff, and there's only a little bit of water you know, that's at the top, and it's just gradually going, and once it's gone, that's it. It's just the elated euphoria, the freedom, just like the confined butterfly when he was in the cocoon. That's where humanity is, and when they blossom and bloom, they're just going to go boom. They're just going to come out, and the butterfly would never think or have any memory or anything about the trauma of the cocoon, because it was so trapped in that trauma. And some people, including myself, sometimes on different days literally lose my identity of who I am, and it's like, you know, I just want to give up. I've had enough of this, like this life. Like, why are we doing this? Is it really going to be heaven on earth? Is it really, or is it just going to be hell? Are we being deceived? Is it going to be the end times? Is the world going to end? You know, is an asteroid going to hit us? All of these things, they're not true. We create everything that is. We are the wizards, the artistic wizards, the geniuses. We are the co-creators to everything. We made this, we were deceived, but then now when we're going to get it back, because there's the 144,000 tribe of the rainbow are no better than anybody else. They're just the strongest souls that signed up to do this job on behalf of humanity, to stop hell on earth. So all of the scenes in this video are just a tiny little glimpse of the freedom that we're going to go into, because the whole world's going to just become openly just an open paradise where we can happily just teleport anywhere. We're not going to need any physical means of transport, be it planes. We're not going to be we're not going to need to worship paper, because we worship paper more than anything else. You know, around the world, everything's interlinked to the paper of money, marriages, birth certificates, oh man, rent, bills, you name it. Survival is the biggest survival mechanism in the world, and it's just energy. And once we utilize that, because there's going to be a day where there's all of the money is going to be paid back to humanity, and we're going to recreate this whole world. It's going to come together, and once the vibrations lift, that's when all of the like, you know, like the Amazon, we realize, is just like a tiny little garden, because all of the abundant green density, the tropical purity and the pristine paradise is going to be like a never-ending postcard that we can't even contemplate right now. But opening our imagination is what opens the door to our heavenly core, which heaven is our heart. Our heart is our mother. Mother Earth needs to bloom and blossom, and when she does, every mouthful, every bite of what comes out of our mother is just going to be a tranquil delight. It's just an absolute sensation, like an orgasm in our mouth. It's going to be that beautiful, and everything we think we've had, amazing experiences, priceless times in our life. It's nothing compared to what's coming. And like I said, the teleportation, we can just go anywhere in the world, wherever we like, whenever we like, however we like, because we're free. And there's heavenly companions, divine entwinements, twin flames, soulmates. They're all interlining, and also free spirits. And this is the world we're going into. Everything is free will. It's based on free will, and the world we're going into is just going to be so effortlessly beautiful, harmonious, love. There's going to be no such thing as a border. A passport would just be a one world passport, just to write down where we teleported for a laugh. Everything's going to be so beautiful. It's going to be fueled with so much eloquent humour, captivating love, unprecedented oneness. It's just going to be fueled just with this flow of like a turquoise, just like a pristine, laid back. Everything's just flowing, and all we need to do, the only spark in the way, is just letting go and let the universe flow through us. I really can't talk, because every day I battle with it, and sometimes we do, and once we let go and we realize, because sooner or later there's going to be communities, and they're already starting to build, and they will be building all around the world. There's going to be retreats that are just heavenly. We're going to have animals and wildlife come into us more and more and more. There's going to be telepathy with animals. We're going to be dancing with lions one day soon, going into being taken and shown like jungles and forests all over the world by packs of wolves. There's not going to be the predatory system. There's not going to be any chance or any type of our intuition or animals' intuition to be scared or to feel in danger, to want to attack, to want to kill. There's not going to be that survival, and it's going to be a really articulated, orchestrated process, where everything changes and we start manifesting the future, and it's going to be beautiful. And those that are leaving the world and they can't hang on, and suicide, depression, anxiety, suppressed emotions, you can't handle it, too much trauma, if you're going to go to the other side, there's just going to be massive regret. You're here for a reason. Everyone's here for a reason. We signed up for it. Everyone did. And no one's better than anyone. We're all one. And the sooner we realise that, the sooner we go into heaven on earth. And like I said, we're at one with all animals, all wildlife, everything. We're going to be dancing with the rain, not just letting it, having it drip over us. We're going to be dancing, moving it with our mind. We're going to be, climbing trees that move with us and for us, not just, stability and all that sort of stuff. And everything's just going to glide with us, and it's going to be so amazing. And we only see 2 to 3% of our reality. And once this dove of duality blesses our community, our one loving nation, in every occupation all over the world, once we realise that creativity is what we were made for, and inventive wizardry is what we came for, and I don't know what's coming out of my mouth. I've still got my eyes shut, and we're going to go into that, and just everything's going to be so free. So if we want to teleport to a tropical destination, or you want to go snowboarding in the Alps, Alaska, or you want to go to Amsterdam and go into a cafe, or go to Russia, or wherever you want to go, Peru and wherever, anywhere in the world, we're just going to be able to do it because we're going to have teleportation as a supernatural, superhuman ability. Telepathy, levitation, control of gravity, breathing underwater, seeing and gliding underwater with whales and sharks and whatever. All of this stuff that we think is a fantasy is going to be our reality so soon. So please hold on, because we've got this. The butterfly in the cocoon, just before he's about to burst, doesn't know what is going on. Loss of identity, loss of everything, but they never go back, and our wings are forming. We're all angels. We are the angel within the wings of an angel, because the angel is us. We are the co-creators of everything. And the dark know this. They've used our unconditional love that made us against us, because we were so loving, so beautiful, and we articulated this, imagined everything to be so pristine and beautiful. We've had Lemuria, we've had Atlantis, we've had that, but this is better. This is going to be better. The golden age is going to be better. It's going to be the most precise, precision, and just abundant, profoundly limitless atmosphere ever known on Earth, and everything's going to be alive as one, and there's just going to be no separation of sides, no divides, none of that stuff, nothing. There's no, everything's just going to be a flow, like just tranquilly together, effortless, beautiful, euphoric, just green density, turquoise waters all over the place. We can go wherever we want, and there's going to be free-spirited engagements, no attachment. We're not going to be attached to anything, and if we can just learn to be unattached right now and let go, then that's where we easily just flow into this world. Just let go, be equanimous. Love should be the only religion. There should be no word called religion. Love should just be everything, and then the way of life is just equanimity, and just knowing to forgive for everything that's ever happened, because it's easy. You just love your demons, love your shadow self, dance with it and love it, because it's taught you everything that you've ever needed to be taught, and yeah, just equanimity is so important, and just seeing your thoughts come in and go, and just everything's cool, everything's gonna be okay. When you wake up in the morning, you're worried about work and your alarm clock and getting back, and your kids and your family, and all of these three-dimensional frequency vibrations. It's all for a reason, and once we just let go and just trust the flow, the divine is gonna glow like you'll never know. I don't know why I keep rhyming, but it's coming out. And just the reflection, take that time to just look in the mirror at the reflection of yourself, because what you put out is what you get back. And if you're hating other people, all you're doing is hating yourself for hating them, but we don't see that. And just know that heaven on earth is not far away, and we're going to be able to go wherever we want, anywhere in the universe, loads of planets. There's going to be first contact a little bit later on. The solar flash is down to us. It's going to upgrade us. We don't, like many of us, we don't even know what it's like to be to blossom, because we everything starts from its roots, and we've been stuck in the ground for far too long. The government hand's been taking blood and man for so long, and it's going to stop, and it is stopping, and we're coming together. There's going to be such beautiful communities all over the world. The healing is going to just be there's not many words that can explain, but just imagine Earth just alive, the open blank canvas, the paintbrush, the colours, they're yours, and all we've got to do is create our masterpiece. Everything is for us. We are it. Whoa, so I've just done that. I've just literally I've saved it in my phone. I'll attach it to the video later. But yeah, well, I suppose two things out of that is equanimity, just sort of come out of me, and basically, if no one knows, or if you need reminding, being equanimous is just to see things like your thoughts come in and out. It's equanimity, equal. It's like balance, yin yang, unity. That not quite unity, but well, yeah, it could be, but yeah. And then when I said, oh man, what was it I said? An orgasm in your mouth, or an orgasm in our mouth, or something like that. Like I just didn't know how else to say it. But yeah, I've tasted it, and I know that, and I just did. It's like it's so beyond our what we recall as a an exciting, captivating sensation, like mesmerising, you know, really like that kind of, oh, just tastes so good. Man, if anyone's ever done any psilocybin, I'll say, just use the proper name, and then they've tasted food on whilst being on psilocybin, then yeah, you might know kind of what I mean, how good the food's going to taste. But yeah, like yeah, the only other thing was, I think about 11 minutes in, oh, my legs, man. Yeah, about 11 minutes in or something. It was close to the end anyway. If you've never heard a man almost cry, and I had tears. I can't remember what it was I was saying, but it was about 11 minutes in, and I was just felt it, and I was choking, and I because that's what happens spiritually, you know, when you channel stuff. People notice, you know, tears come when I write books and stuff. I'm crying most of the time, man. I can't even see through my tears half the time. And yeah, and what was it I said? It's too hot here. I'm gonna finish the video at home. And what was it I said? So I don't know about the tree and the root or something. I can't remember, or unless I thought that, because I just shut my eyes and just whatever come out. And I couldn't believe the time as well. This is just normal anyway, but I just wanted to do the first video like that. Because it's pure. When you shut your eyes, it's just whatever comes out, you know. So yeah, I hope that makes sense, and it resonates with different people for different reasons. But I think what I was probably trying to explain was that, like, when we get creative, our roots just form like a tree, and all the branches come out everywhere. And once they interlace all over the world, it's like just a magnet, an attractive magnet that just goes, and this creativity bubble that just blesses the world like a rainbow aura, you know, like that pulsating inner wisdom, that inner warrior, that spiritual. See, here I go, I'm getting it now, I'm getting emotional. Just comes out of us, and it's just like, it could be the simplest thing. It could be something that you never realised. So I'll just come up on my phone, and yeah, and just something you never realised. Like for me, like, yeah, not being perfect is a really big thing. Like, even that, like, I'm not going to edit nothing. But yeah, when we tap into our creative gifts, it's just like, man, it feels so, time stands still. I've gone into 11-hour trances before when I've been writing, and it's just like, whoa, and I read it back and I don't remember, and I'm like, what? That's not me. That's, yeah, there's lots of past life, you know, reincarnations and stuff that I've channeled when I do writing. But yeah. So yeah, I mean, this video, I just wanted to put that imagination of what, because that's what I've seen. 5D Heaven on Earth is like that, and so much better. Like I can't. My book, Just Imagine, it's going to be out soon, and I obviously channel it and I explain it much better than that. But a little video I can't, but that will come. Anyway, it's too hot here, and I'm going to I'm going to get inside, and I'll just finish this video off inside. Much love. Yo, legends, back once again, and yeah, I had a bit of a breather, a few hours break, and it's now sunset. And I went through just had a little look at the footage I'd done, just filming while I was cycling to that spot near that little lake, and then a little bit where I'm cycling out, and yeah, I was a bit worried for snakes and stuff, because yeah, Queensland, it's pretty much snake season now, or just coming out of it, but there's plenty of snakes. There's one often under my cabin here as well. But yeah, they're rainbow lorikeets, you can hear it, and I am going to do the same thing. I'm going to record from the footage. It was 4 minutes 50 seconds, and I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm just going to shut my eyes, hit record, and see what comes out, because I want to give that amazing tool that has changed my life and can really relieve anxiety. So yeah, here goes, and then that'll be the end of the video, my first YouTube video. Thank you, much love, appreciate it. Okay, 4 minutes 50 seconds, here goes. An amazing tip, a simple tool that can really redeem your inner beauty, your eloquent self, your release anxiety, release the fear, release the depression, find the real true you, the essence, the purity, the golden abundance of you. The butterfly within can easily come out. It's as simple as putting pen to paper. Yes, there's journaling, and if we do journaling, especially each morning while we're in the theta brainwave frequency, we can train our minds, because it's in the most subliminally divine time at that straight away, as soon as we wake up. If we put pen to paper and, you know, write affirmations and journal and put it on paper, the positivity gets programmed into our subconscious and subliminal mind, because they're in the most aligned state to program yourself for greatness. And you can release so many self-limiting beliefs. So that's a little tip on its own, journaling, and many of us know this, but the real tip is we all have a book in us. We can all heal ourselves, and we have all had, there's negativities most people have had. We've had loss, we've had trauma, we've had anxiety, we've had moments that can barely be explained, and we've all got stories, so many stories that we keep suppressed in because the world's not always ready for it. And there's so many people that say, oh yeah, you can come to me, talk to me whenever you're in trouble, I'll always listen, I'll always, that. I'm a great example of the fact that that's not true. When you really go crazy, people turn their back. They like to say, yeah, mental health, this, that, or whatever, but they'd rather section you, and that's the world that we live in. But once we put pen to paper, we've all got a book, and when we start writing, it's white spells of subliminal mastery that start coming through. It's like subconscious majesty just comes out of you. Your inner spirit comes out. Automatic writing, spiritual channeling through writing is the most unbelievable thing I've ever done. You won't realise it until you actually properly do it. You can write. You can say, oh, I'm going to have 7 chapters to a book. It's going to be a fantasy. It's going to be a reflective story about my life. It's going to be about mental health. It's going to be about suppressed emotions. It's going to be a romance. A really far-fetched fantasy. My book I just done was called Just Imagine, and I've really gone for it, and I channeled what 5D is going to be, and I know that's the purest truth there is, and it's all going to manifest. And I only know that that's true because of the spiritual the spiritual alignment, and the frequency is so high when I'm writing. I don't know what's coming through me sometimes. I've mastered it now. But yeah, write a book. We've all got a story, and there's a place online called Fiverr, and you can go on, and there's entrepreneurs all over the world, and some of them are really, really cheap. Remembering that some places like India, the currency is much less, so you can get a really, really good gig, and you're helping somebody else, and they could do the whole copy editing of your book. They can design a front cover for you. They can do the formatting. They can help with marketing, all that stuff, and it's not even that much. So all you got to do is put pen to paper, let it come out of you. And it will, and it is so majestic and amazing how it does, and then you end up with a book, So yeah, you can release trauma. Inner redemption comes flying out of you. Your wings just burst out of the cocoon. Remove self-limiting beliefs. Self-reflection is a supreme remedy in itself. Lost treasures, past memories, just. Oh man, you just find the inner master, the artistic wizard, and just the inner creativity just comes out. It really does when you put it, and you can end up making a story, and you don't even realise that you've got all these creative gifts, and then you have insights of all the other gifts that you've got, and everything in your life comes round like a circulating whirlwind of like oneness with yourself and the higher self of source, and everything comes through you. Real talk heals. Oh man. Okay, so I've just had a look. 4 minutes 22. I've got a few seconds left. Okay, so the whispering wish up of wandering wisdom shall become a wondrous flame of wisdom-based eloquence. The knowledge of an enlightened warrior shall become of you. Real talk heals. It really does. We've all got a story. We've all got a book. Make that front cover burst out. Create your masterpiece.